Mm-hmm.
All right, we're good now.
Cool.
All right, brother. Well, welcome to Chords and Chaos. I am Zach, and you're obviously Jake. And
I am.
If you don't mind, tell the guests about who you are.
My name's Jake Stack. Like you said, I'm a singer-songwriter out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I've got a new record called Worst Things Happen at Sea coming out on May 30th. And other than that, I'm just happy to be here.
Yes, sir. I also found out through your profile, I guess it would be like an EPK, that you are a hockey coach.
Yeah. I played hockey growing up and played junior A and stuff. So I coach at the rink here in town.
That's awesome.
Yeah, nice little.
Did you ever play any like minor league hockey or anything like that?
Not minor league pro.
Yeah.
I went to college, and by that time I was having some problems with my knees, so started coaching after that. But it's good. I still get to be around the game and stuff.
That's awesome, man. I grew up an Atlanta Thrashers fan.
Oh yeah, I lived in Atlanta for a bit playing hockey. So
yes, sir. My dad had season tickets. We sat 5 rows behind goal from season 1 till they left. Unfortunately,
nice, man.
Damn Winnipeg took us away.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody's like, "Oh no, y'all won't get another team again." Yes, we will.
I think you probably will within the next 20 years.
Bettman wants to do it, so
yeah,
I think it's gonna happen.
See how long he hangs in there, but hopefully.
Yes, sir. Well, let's go ahead and let's dive into some tunes.
Okay.
I got one I'd really like to hear from you, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you want.
I love I think the Pills.
The Pills song.
Great.
Pills,
yes, sir.
Give me one second. I'm gonna grab my guitar.
Take your time, brother.
Yeah. Gotta stay humidified. All right.
That's a beautiful guitar.
Yeah, man. My job is teaching lessons at Guitar Center, so I get a pretty good discount. Otherwise, I could not afford this guitar. All right. That sound okay on your end?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is my latest single. It's about being medicated. Well, I've been in therapy for a decade or so, but I tried getting married and my heart got broke. I sat and spoke a while, but he could hear it in my eyes. He said, we'll break the habits, but for now, son, just don't die. He gave me one for panicking, one for sleep, but the one for depression's gonna take several weeks, so I do my best to not be alone. Fall off the wagon or look too damn much at my phone. Now he tells me that I'm doing fine, that I'll get there in my sweet time. Yeah, I feel better, but I don't know how. I think the pills are working now. So I tried going bowling and jamming with my band. I'm sure I'm annoying, but they try to understand. They're probably better friends than I deserve. Learning another sad song about her. Still they tell me that I'm doing fine, that I'll get there in my sweet time. Yeah, I feel better, but I don't know how. I think the pills are working now. one for panic and one for sleep, but the one for depression's gonna take several weeks. So I do my best to not be alone. I'm staying sober, but I still look too much at my phone. Now they tell me that I'm doing fine, that I'll get there in my sweet time. Yeah, I feel better, but I don't know how. I think the pills are working now. Yeah, they tell me that I'm doing fine, that I'll get there in my sweet time. Yeah, I feel better, but I don't know how. I think the pills are working now. I think the pills are working now. There you are. Still got a connection. Hello? I can't hear you. You still there? Okay, I can't hear you right now. Yep. Nope. Nothing yet. Nope. Any reason? Looks like everything else is good. Everything looks good on this end. Okay. I'm gonna let him try. Oh. Hello? No. Shit. Fuck. Let's try that. What else? Settings. Audio. Check.
Should be working.
I can't hear you.
Did he mute himself while you were playing?
I think he's checking that. We'll see. Oh, he messaged me on Instagram. Says the Wi-Fi is going in and out. Check. me, I think. Yeah. What's happening? All right. He's resetting it. You guys have any plans this evening? You guys want? I'll pay for dinner. Oh, thank you. You didn't throw up or visibly look too him. Let's see. What if That's the least I can do, is just subjecting you to my branding.
All right, how about now?
Yeah, I got you now.
All right,
I
there
work.
we go. My bad.
No,
My
you're good, man.
apologies, brothers. We've
Yeah.
been under some storms, so
Yeah. No worries, man.
And I got Xfinity, so
I feel you. No worries, man.
I do apologize.
No problem.
All right, we're back to business. Let me plug my headphones back in.
Yep.
Otherwise, you're gonna hear my dog in his crate over there.
That's all right.
All right, so everything's back to normal now.
Cool.
All right, I apologize, everybody that was tuned in. I don't know if you read the comments. My neighbor upstairs is watching. He's from Davenport.
Oh, right on.
So he told you that song was really good.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
I'm sure as a fellow, what do y'all consider yourself? Iowans?
Iowans, yeah.
All right, yeah, then he supports it.
Awesome.
All right, we're back, Ant. So let's I guess let's dive into some of the newer album. And
Yeah.
Whatever you want to play off of that, brother, we'll go with that.
Gotcha. Well, that song's a single off the new record. There's a couple other singles out. I can play the title track for you if you want.
Let's go with that, brother.
All right, cool. The song's called Worst Things Happen at Sea. Batten down the hatches, I can feel a storm rolling in. We knew that this could happen, we just didn't think it'd happen again. Now I've been fighting tooth and nail to keep the ship above the waves. A breaker or a sudden gale could send us to our graves. I knew what I'd signed up for, I'd seen the means and the ends. Sailors come home from war, a lot of scars, but not many friends. And I was thinking of them as the tide began to turn. But you won't find me praying, I know it's my time to burn. Well, if it's true what they say, and worse things happen at sea, and I'm still drifting from the wreck you made of me. Lookout says clear days are coming, but I can't see the shore, and I can't say for certain what home looks like anymore. Damn the torpedoes, full steam ahead to another world. Another vessel another crew, another girl. Now I was never any good at ignoring a siren song. I guess I did what I could, shut my mouth and played along. Well, if it's true what they say, things happen at sea, then I'm still drifting from the rain to me. God says clear days are coming. See, and I can't say for certain what it looks like anymore. Well, if this is really the end, I hope there's peace on the ocean floor, where the things that broke my heart won't matter anymore. Lookout says no use in running, they'll never make the land, and I can't say for certain if I'll ever understand.
I really like that one.
Thanks, man. I should say the full band arrangement that's on the record and streaming now has a cool string section on it of a couple friends of mine, Marita May O'Connell and Lucy Conroy. They're local musicians here, but they both did a fantastic job on that one. So I just wanted to make sure they got proper credit in the promotion.
That sounds awesome, dude. I love the translucent blue that you chose as well.
Yeah, I've got one here with me for those watching. This is the new record.
Yes.
It comes out on May 30th. On May 30th, I'll have links where you can buy it. But yeah, the first 250 copies we did in this very cool translucent blue vinyl. I have one that will be coming your way shortly.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But yeah, it's just always I'm finally getting to the point where I get to do some of the cool stuff I always wanted to do with music. So getting this record pressed is certainly one of those things.
Now, who did you go through to get it pressed? If you don't mind shouting them
I
out.
went through Solid Merch. I think the manufacturing's in the Czech Republic.
Okay.
That's who my engineer, who I work with on the records, recommended. The turnaround time was really good. Having the record in ample time before it actually comes out is always a good thing. So
Exactly.
yeah, they did a good job. I know some people have had some problems. I think it's getting better, but especially post-pandemic, the lead times on vinyl was quite a bit.
Yeah.
So I was real happy with both the job they did and the turnaround. So yeah, check them out if you're looking to do it.
Yeah, I just I went to a show. Have you ever heard of the band Real Friends?
Yeah.
So I just saw Real Friends live, and Kyle is the nicest dude ever, dude. Like I bought a vinyl from him, and he signed it for me. And unfortunately, when I opened the vinyl, where everyone signed it, it bled through. So it was on there, and then it stained it, but there was a giant scratch, and I sent him a message, and I was like, hey, brother, like I paid $40 at the show for the album. I was like, is there any way that I can get one? Because it was a tour exclusive, and I was like, I would really love to have that album. And I was like, do I need to send this one back? He was like, no, bro, don't send that one back. He was like, it's signed. He was like, frame it, do what you want, but I will send you one, free of charge because you went out of your way. And I
Nice,
was like,
man. I'm
I was
glad he
like,
made that right for you.
right. I was like, that's musicians that you appreciate, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, it comes down to, if musicians were fans themselves, I think when this isn't necessarily passing judgment, but people who are maybe really successful, really young, they don't have the same experience. I mean, with my favorite artists are pretty much all people who I've met because I can meet them.
Right.
It means something to them to be able to talk to fans and give them, a couple minutes of time. And I know for me as a musician, but also just as a fan, like that means a lot. So it's good to hear that there's people doing that.
Exactly.
With a little bit of faith,
Now, how did you come up with the title for the album?
Well, I come from a Navy family. Both my grandfather and dad were in the Navy. And I mean, my standing joke with this is that worst things happen at sea. I chose it because it's more artistic than shit happens. Because mostly that's what the record's about. It's just dealing with a hard time. Having said that, once I had the idea, I actually had my tattoo artist. Her name's Carly Fox. She's in a really killer band called The Rumors, who you should check out.
I think I've heard of them, actually.
Yeah, they're awesome. So they're just up the road in Waterloo. And her and the bass player Ella, they both tattoo during the week. So I asked her if she'd be willing to design a tattoo that could also be the album cover. So I've actually got the album artwork on my forearm here.
Oh, that's awesome.
And yeah, once I saw that, I was like, well, that's the title track right there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Because I just think it's a really cool piece of art, and it overall encapsulates the whole record. So
yes, sir. Now, do you have a favorite song of your personal favorite that?
I don't know. That's like what I imagine having to pick your favorite kid is. No, I mean they all mean something. There's certain songs that are more fun to play live than others. There's some songs that are more fun to play with the band than solo acoustic. So I love them all equally. But yeah, if you have one you want to hear, I'll play whatever you want, man.
I would love to hear "Drink Alone."
Drinking Alone, yeah, that's from my last record, Prove It. You can stream that wherever you get music. Hopefully, it's not immediate, but eventually I'm gonna get more of my back catalog pressed on vinyl as well.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, but this song, I celebrated 3 years sober in March, and this song was about sort of confronting my alcohol problem, essentially. But
congratulations.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Anyway, here's the song. Who are these people that I don't know? And where are they when I get low? 'Cause we scratch and we feel like we belong, but in truth, where are these places? High hands round a glass, trying to outsmoke restless minds, so desperate to find somewhere to call home. But at least we know we're not drinking alone. We're not drinking alone. In the weekend crowd, it's so hot and loud. That is how I know. So what are the I can't say I know they're true, but the words slip away in these sleepless nights. But those cheap stage lights tell me everything will be okay. But why do I sing like nothing's wrong? Are these words just hope getting me through the dawn? Like something profound buried deep underground until the earth gave way. But at least we can say we're not drinking alone. We're not drinking alone. In the weekend crowd, it's so hot and loud, and that is how I know that I'm not. No, I'm not. So I'll pay the tab and let you drive, so we both make it home alive. Just call whoever it is that's been sent you. And when the sun breaks through the blinds, we'll know what we have left behind and face the day like the ugly truth that I'm drinking alone. Yeah, I'm drinking alone. In this crowded room, I'm still thinking of you, and that is how I know that I'm just drinking alone.
There you go. I like that one a lot, man. That's really probably the first one that I ended up finding you through. And I was like, that song's amazing. And then you happen to actually end up somehow on my algorithm for Instagram, and I was like, this dude is really freaking good.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I would like to take so that record, Prove It. I made that through a grant that was given. So there's a historic house here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa called Bruce Moore. And it was owned by just wealthy people throughout the past, but they were very philanthropic in getting out and promoting art in the community. So they have a program called the Artisan Studio Program, in which you get to basically they paid for me to make a record with some of the people that work with their program, which includes two guys. I can never pronounce Gerard's last name right, but it's Gerard. And then Lincoln Ginsberg. They do that program out of Bruce Moore. And it was a really great experience. They're both incredibly talented music-wise and production-wise. And that was a really cool experience. I got to make a record for free, which not a lot of people get to do.
No.
So I just wanted to, in relation to that song, point out the good work that they do over at Bruce Moore. And just in general, programs that allocate money to the arts and how important they are. Because you didn't know any of that when you heard that song, but
I did not. So that's really, pretty cool to know.
Yeah, that song really only exists because people, worked to get funding because they thought art was important.
Hey, art is important, man. Art and music keep the world going, in my opinion.
That's right.
I tell people all the time, and I ask them this question: if music didn't exist, would you exist?
Yeah, I certainly don't think I would.
I definitely wouldn't. Yeah. Music has saved my life, dude, when people couldn't.
I feel you on that one for sure.
So let's dive into, you said you got a couple more singles from the new album.
Yeah, so Worst Things Happen to See was one of them, and then Down This Road was the first single off this record that came out. So that's up for streaming. There's a music video out. I hate making music videos, but I made one with my friend Zach, who does a great job. the music video is good as a music video. I personally don't like doing them because it's weird. It's weird to watch yourself be serious.
Right. And I'm not the Zach he's speaking of.
Yeah. No. Yeah, he's actually, well, funny enough, I met him because he was the videographer for the Artisan Studio project at Bruce Moore.
Oh wow.
So if sort of like behind the scenes documentaries interest you, there's about a 20-minute short film about the making of that record up on my YouTube page. You can check that out and kind of meet the people I'm talking about. And Zach was behind the camera for all of that. So then after that program ended, I just kind of kept emailing him and being like, hey, can you shoot some stuff for me? And he's always enthusiastic and does a great job.
That's awesome.
But yeah, there's a music video up for Down This Road that you can check out.
Sounds good. Let's dive in.
Cool. All right. Fog on the road and it's getting dark. Eyes in the ditch, not a single star. The moon looks down indifferently. The same damn look you'd give to me when I was drowning in my head. And I spent so long thinking we were getting better. And I spent so long blaming myself. And I thought we would make it down this road together. But I guess you'll be there with someone else. Now it doesn't matter which rumors are true. They're just back roads in this hell. I didn't want to lose myself in you, but that's where you live, lost in yourself. And now I know that all too well. And I spent so long thinking we were getting better. And I spent so long blaming myself. And I thought we would make it down this road together. But I guess you'll be there with someone else. And all the memories that I see in the rear view that make me want to turn around. But I'll never know which parts were the real you. I guess some dreams just can't be run down. I spent so long thinking we were getting better. And I spent so long blaming myself. And I thought we would make it down this road together. But I guess you'll be there with someone else. I guess you'll be there with someone else. So that's that one. We got a bit of a lag, maybe. Back with us? Oh, I can't hear you again. Yeah.
All right, how about now?
Yeah, you're good.
My bad.
You're good.
The way that it's been going on in Georgia right now is, at least where I am, is we've been having bad storms for the past like 6 days.
That sucks, man.
And it's gonna rain until like Thursday.
Shit. Well,
my nephew
drought.
was supposed to play a championship baseball game tonight, and that got canceled. And then it was supposed to be Saturday. It rained. It was supposed to be last Monday. It rained. You know. I'm like, come on, bipolar Georgia, make up your mind.
Yeah. Well,
but I do apologize for it being so spotty. I feel really bad
as long
about
as
that.
On your end.
You said what? You cut out there.
Oh, sorry. As long as everything's coming through, songs are anyway. I'm good.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
What I was saying is I really like that one. The guitar playing on that one is incredible.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
And it makes total sense. It makes total sense that you work at Guitar Center helping the youth learn, you know?
I do my best. Sometimes it's against their will, but they do learn.
That's one thing I would that's on my bucket list to learn is how to play guitar.
Yeah, dude. I think I get asked a lot by adults because I do have a lot of adult students. Actually, I have like 3 or 4 they're similar to that. They're like, I've always wanted to learn. I finally have the money and the time. I want to do it. And that is like, just figure out whatever you want to play that makes you happy. Like, don't think if you're going to pick up a guitar, you have to be some sort of virtuoso. Mm-hmm. Because like obviously with me, you know, I'm trying doing it. So I try to be a bit academic with it, but you know, just find a way to get down what makes you happy and enjoy it. Don't think there's some like giant goal you have to always reach. You know? Now
I do know how to play one song, but I think this is pretty much everybody's song that they know how to play. Smoke on the Water.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's only what, 3 chords, 2 chords?
Yeah, but you know what? If it makes you happy, that's great. Right. If you want to learn more, you know, there's always ways to get to learn more. But as long as it's bringing you joy, man, you know.
My 14-year-old nephew, he actually, it's crazy. He learned how to play the violin at 2 years old.
Jeez. Okay.
So he plays guitar. He plays the cello in the middle school band, and he does he doesn't do the violin anymore. He lost interest in that, but it was still incredible.
Young, I guess.
Right. I mean, at 2 years old, it was pretty cool though. But now he plays electric guitar. So. Hell
yeah.
But if you got any more you wanna play for us, go ahead. If you don't, that's okay. And
what song do you want to hear? I'll play whatever you want, man.
Whatever. Well, I don't really care. Whatever you want to play, man. Whatever pops in your head first.
All right. This is a song off the new record. It'll be out May 30th. The song's called "How to Breathe." Took my breath away. The rock and roll cliche. Now I'm gasping for yesterdays. A simple twist of fate. No excuse to hide my face. It's new, sorry. But I've been haunting all these waiting rooms, hoping someone can tell me what to do. They don't have the answers, just the clues. So I'm asking you, could you teach me how to breathe without you next to me? I'll start to believe things can get better. A whiter shade of pale. Every every time I exhale, I'm reminded not to believe in fairy tales. 'Cause I've been waiting for a miracle, something to make myself less miserable, to stop the constant aching in my skull. I'm doing wonderful, but could you teach me how to breathe without you next to me? And I'll start to believe things can get better. I guess I'm still holding on. I'm still writing you these songs like a tragedy lives on in the letters. Can you teach me how to breathe without you next to me? And I'll start to believe things can get better. 'Cause I'm still holding on. I'm still writing you these songs like a tragedy lives on in the letters. And could you lay me down to bleed? Your memory drains from me. Empty's the closest thing I held it better. You keep on keeping on. Well, I'm still writing you these songs like a tragedy lives on in the letter. Yeah, the tragedy lives on in the letters. My breath away, the rock and roll cliche. Now I'm gasping for yesterdays. All right.
This album is going to be very, very good. I can just tell it now. It's going to be.
Thank you so much, man.
It's going to be really, really good. And I'm
Thank
excited.
you so much, man.
I'm excited to
Yeah.
play that vinyl when it hits
Absolutely.
my mom's house, because
It'll be on its way, man.
Yeah, for real, it will. You're
Yeah.
right. It's going to be a repeater.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you like it.
And I'm going to learn all the lyrics.
Hell yeah, man. I should one of these days.
Right. I feel you. So I feel like even though it's some of my favorite bands, you know, I've heard the song 15, 20 times or more, and I'll be singing, and sometimes I'll be like, oh, wait, that wasn't that line. That was the line after that one that I was supposed to sing.
Yeah,
But,
sometimes the catchiness, sometimes you forget. I forget my own lyrics multiple times a night. So it's when I'm playing with the band, it's fun because they'll notice and they kind of give me looks, which is always fun. It's always fun anytime I fuck up.
They're like, hey, get it together over there.
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah. But all in good fun.
Yes, sir. I agree with what Anthony said here. He said we need more shows in Cedar Rapids and here in Georgia.
Yeah, I'm trying to get down to Georgia. So the long and short of this is I do all of this myself. I don't have a booking agent or a manager. So all my touring is me cold calling and messaging places and working stuff out directly with venues. So if there's a place you specifically want me to play, the best thing you can do is send me their info, but also send like the venue a message and say, hey, I'd really love to come see this guy. Because what I have to deal with a lot of the times is I'll get, okay, we've checked out your stuff. We really like you. What dates can you play? And I'm like, well, I can do these. And they're like, well, those don't really work. Could you? And I'm like, well, I'm driving 12 hours to get to this show. So I have to route it. I can't just like pop over. and then they go, oh, where are you from? And then sometimes that kind of kills the deal. But if somebody messages a venue and says, hey, I'd really like to hear this guy, if you guys could book him, that goes a really long way for me in helping me be able to do that. So
I'll give you one now that's really great, and it's within walking distance of my house.
Okay,
it's in Marietta, Georgia. It is called the Alley Stage.
The Alley?
Yes, sir.
EY?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I have it written down. I will hit them up. Yeah, I did live in Atlanta for a little bit. I lived right in Springs, kind of just inside the upper for about a year. So to get back down there.
You said Sandy Springs?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I used to work over off of Hammond Road, so yeah, I know exactly where all that is.
Yeah.
And well, so you're familiar with the Masquerade and all those good jazz venues and whatnot.
At the time I was 17 and I was playing AAA hockey down there. So like I wasn't like I couldn't see shows. Probably the one thing I remember the most is the had just blown up right then. They had that album, The Church of Rock and Roll. And they were playing whatever the like alternative station is. They had a show at the Tabernacle for like Halloween. And Foxy Shazam was headlining it, and I was pissed because I couldn't get in. That's like one of my distinct memories from living down there is I wanted to see Foxy Shazam.
Back when we actually had radio stations, kids could learn about bands.
Yeah.
Now you got to just find somebody like I found you off of Instagram and whatnot. It's kind of sad that the radio doesn't work like that anymore.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just things are going fairly well for me, but like it also democratizes it a little bit. So like, for example, there'd be a time where, prior to maybe 20 years ago, you couldn't have your own show and I couldn't, get any radio player, any interviews until somebody at a label decided I could. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
So it sucks because the sort of money and the simplicity of the system's changed, but I try to frame it positively as like I said, I'm playing, I think I've played 25 shows this year. I've got the next 53 on the books. I'm trying to break 100 this year. All of that has been possible because I'm able to reach out on Facebook, Instagram, find emails, and sit while I'm at my other jobs when it's slow and make those connections, which turn into my income. You know what I mean? And I'm, able to get reached out to by people like yourself who just believe in music and want to promote artists that they think are deserving of that attention. So it does suck that sort of the simplicity of like play, and then if you're good enough, but it's never been a meritocracy. It's always been a bit of a scam. So I try to frame it as positively as possible. People like yourself who believe in music are out there helping artists like me, and I really appreciate that and appreciate what you're doing.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you as well and building the music industry. And I agree with that totally. That's very true. And it's crazy because like back in the day, we had MySpace, and MySpace would help a lot of bands and whatnot. And now that's gone, so you don't have that help anymore.
No, you just got to find your people. I mean, I think some of it has to do with longevity. If I choose to believe for myself, but I believe it for other people that, if what you love is playing music and playing music in front of people, and if you can find a way to do it for long enough, you will find the people that connect with you.
Right.
It's not always going to be sort of an Instagram perfect moment. I played an Ottawa people in a really small bar, but and they're excited to have time,
That's awesome.
Overnight, but I if you're honest and you work hard at it, you'll get somewhere,
Right.
It may not be, golden crusted limousines or some shit, but you'll get somewhere with it,
You know who you kind of remind me of? in
Who's
a way.
that?
But Corey Smith. Have you ever heard of Corey Smith?
I think I've heard of him. I don't know off the top of my head his work, but
He's a musician from Georgia, and it's funny because he's actually got a song about drinking as well, like you have one, and his is called "Drinking Alone."
Oh, nice.
I think as well, and his is very good. And he's actually from Athens, Georgia, and it's funny because he had an alcohol problem as well, and he was a social studies teacher. And
I love it already.
And you know, he was making music, and as a social.
Oh, audio cut out. Still can't hear you. Yep.
How about now?
Yep, I got you. Social studies teacher, you were saying.
Yes, sir. I am sorry. This is driving me nuts with this spotty weather today.
No worries, man.
We usually have better connection on my podcast, and I apologize.
All good, man. I'm still here.
All right. Yes, I was saying he is a social studies teacher, and he actually showed up one day on the job, and he was just shit-faced. And they told him, they were like, what happened here? And he was like, well, I played at this bar last night. It was like, and I was supposed to work. It was a Sunday night, and I guess he was supposed to work the Monday, and he got drunk before he went to school, and they were like, well, bro, you can't come as a social studies teacher and be drunk. And he was like, well, the hell of y'all. He was like, I'll go make music, and here's to y'all, and I'm gonna go do my thing.
All right, yeah.
And he did it, and now he's making music. He's big time. He's from Athens, Georgia. So, he's got all the college town kids down in UGA.
Nice,
Which there's another venue down there that I think you would do well at.
Oh, what's
it's
that?
It's called the Georgia Theater.
Okay.
Reach out to them.
All right, I will do that.
Because, that's your college town vibes of University of Georgia. And you'd be pulling a lot of those college kids.
Well, hopefully. Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, places for sure.
It'd be cool.
Yeah.
I would like to hear, I guess we'll do, since we're at 52 minutes now, and I don't want to take all your time for the night, but I would love to hear Prove It.
Prove It? Absolutely. You got it, man.
Sir. And we will end on that one.
Sounds good.
Fire behind us, but we're not going that way. Didn't take them too long to find us, could say what they wanted to say. Can we let these things that divide us burn up and scatter away? 'Cause there's only one thing on my mind, love, to prove it to you every day. Now we both know we've spent too long holding cards right up to our chest, worried so much about what was right or wrong and to who we were giving our best. But when push came to shove, we held stern, a little tougher than the rest. Walked our backs to the storm till the storm stopped. With nothing but blue skies ahead, don't get me wrong. I know hard times will come again, don't get me wrong. There'll be hard things that need to be said, and I'm ready to face that music. Play the parts that you need me to play. Find the word that I love and choose it to prove it to that's not going to change. Cauterize the ties that bind us, leave the fear and doubt to the flames. As we let these things that divide us burn up and scatter away. Well, there's only one thing on my mind, love, to prove it to you every day. Don't get me wrong, I know hard times will come again. Don't get me wrong, there'll be hard things that need to be said. Don't get me wrong, I'd still rather be scared than dead. And I'm ready to face that music, play the parts that you need me to play, find the work that I love and choose it to prove it to you every day. Yeah, I'm tired of feeling desperate, keeping our love out of their way. Yeah, I want them to know that I mean it when I prove it to you every day.
There you are, man.
Fantastic work.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate you having me on.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you coming on tonight, and I look forward to listening to the new album and hearing it and playing it and sharing it with some friends, you know.
Absolutely, man. That's what I need. You know, I need people willing to champion me to their friends. Just do it one person at a time. I'm happy to do the work, but I really like it when I have people helping me out. So I appreciate you taking an interest and having me on this evening.
Yes, sir. And hopefully we'll see you live down here in Georgia sometime soon.
One of these days, I'll get down there. I promise.
Yeah, it's coming. I know it's coming.
All right. Well, I'll see you then, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate your time, and thank you for coming on tonight.
Absolutely. You have a good rest of your night, okay?
You too, brother.
All right.
Take
See you.
care.
Yep.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to Chords and Chaos. Saturday, I will have Owlet, my friend from Denver, Colorado. She is an amazing EDM artist. She makes melodic and heavy dubstep, and she'll be on my show sometime this Saturday. I will have more details on that on my Instagram. You can find that through my YouTube channel. And yeah, so Saturday, Owlet. And thank you, Jake, for coming on. And thank you for everybody that tuned in. I appreciate your time, and hope everybody has a blessed rest of the week. Stay safe, y'all. Peace.